this year has brought to my attention, there's a grant that's coming down the pike for school security, and he's right on top of that for making sure that we can upgrade our security. You can't have a building that's too secure, I don't think, especially in today's day and age. But we have upgraded all our facilities. So as far as them being old, yeah, they're old. Do they need work? Yes, they need work. But Joe Travelino has been good in budgeting through capital improvements and providing kind of a triage approach of
but should we be
fixing our
looking a
buildings.
little longer term? Maybe do we have to consolidate a couple of schools, a new facility?
I've been looking at long term, and I've been thinking about new facility. I've been thinking about a new facility for several years prior to being superintendent, and we've had some informal discussions, you might say, about that. I think if we were to build a new facility, the school I would probably earmark would be a middle school. That may, when I say middle school, it'll be a school that maybe looks different than what we currently have with just 7 and 8. Or maybe a school that would house 5, 6, 7, and 8. That would give us a lot of room for movement, because then that would change our configuration townwide, and we'd be able to house our elementaries in a 1 through 4, and with that, you may wind up with some buildings that can close.
Yeah, especially with the electricity and the heating and the maintenance of the buildings, you know. If we could save money on the buildings and put it towards the pupils, you know, that's where you really want to be.
But, you know, what scares you is when you see the cost of the new high school and the size of the plant. I will probably want to do more research myself for some of the surrounding towns that have built not only new high schools, but went forward and bought property and rebuilt new middle schools, state-of-the-art middle schools. What's nice about some of the surrounding towns is they have joint campuses where the middle school and high school share the same parcel of property, which helps them with busing and a lot of other things, because you can't actually bus upper grade students with high school students. There's no regulations or stipulations with that. Or even a staggered time would work, where you drop off one and then just drop off the other. But, you know, those are major things. They're not things that you're going to see done in 1 year's time. I think first you have to sell the concept to the community, and then any grade configuration that you may want to look at, if it wasn't a new building, but with our current buildings, would probably be the way to go, versus singling out a particular school, a particular neighborhood school, and saying, well, meeny, meeny, miny, mo, your school has got to go. I mean, I don't think that will be a popular thing for anyone to swallow. However, when we opened the early learning centers and we moved the 6th grade back to the elementary schools, it served a dual purpose. It helped us with overcrowdedness in the middle school, but it also gave us a sound, research-based, educationally sound approach to the grade levels that we were teaching. And we were able to do things in those grade levels that have improved instruction and have improved student performance. That's why I kind of like the idea of possibility of doing a 5, 6, 7, 8, if I could find a facility that can house those two groups. Not necessarily keeping them together, but maybe separating the 5, 6, and the 7 and 8 with a school that has a longer lasting life than just a middle school where the kids come in 7th grade and leave in 8th. It's the only 2-year facility other than our early learning centers that we have. But I don't think you can compare the two. The 7th and 8th kids are leaving 6 elementary schools, going into a middle school for 2 years, and then moving on to high school. And I think the transition is tough for them. And our scores show it. Our scores show that our scores go up to 6th grade, and then it's 7th and 8th grade, our scores dip. And I think that's part of it. I think there's a lot of adjusting that needs to be done from, you know, being in a small school. Even though we took our middle school with taking the 6th grades out, we took it from a 950 student school down to a 550 school, which has made a difference in the way the school operates, the control, the atmosphere for learning overall, I think is much better now. So there's not, we have been thinking about it. My central office and I have been working on different things, but not really to the point where we're ready to release something to the public or start.
But is it something you could bring back to this board so we could ponder
I
something
think
a little longer term?